what 4 years of computer science looks like. Oh my god!
As someone that has gone through actually 5 years of computer science from University of Ibadan, I can tell you that this experience in computer science is a bit close to what he described, but I feel like he might have exaggerated the whole thing. Now, when you begin at first, I would advise that in your first year, even before you step foot into the computer science department, try to have a little bit of experience in programming, because a lot of people failed. A lot of people failed simply because they did not know the fundamentals. And it's quite ironic because you may be saying to yourself, is university not going to be the place where you learn this from scratch? But the reality of this is that there's so much happening that nobody really has your time to sit you down and put you through the process to learn all this from scratch. And even if it's okay, let them leave you to learn on your own. What you end up finding out is that the time to do so is very, very limited. Imagine under less than 3 months or so, you need to get a good grasp of programming and its fundamentals, and at the same time you have about 11 other subjects that you have to keep up with, and these subjects are not easy things for you to say, okay, I'll put a little bit of hours to this one and focus more on my programming. You end up finding that you are spending more time on different things and little time on actually, like, doing the learning the coding from scratch. So if you're out there and you are planning on studying CS, begin early and start learning the fundamentals, because it will really affect your grade. Imagine, I remember my 100 level. This was second semester 100 level, and then we had this course on Python, beginner programming on Python, and I can't forget that exam. We were made to write 30 theory questions under 3 hours. There's 30 practical questions. You will be asked different algorithms. If the conversion rate of this particular currency is this and has been converted to this, and then you need to do this, write an algorithm that can carry out this particular task or solve this particular problem. And you have like this kind of questions, like 30 of it, and you have to do it in 3 hours. I know many people that repeated that course. Now, the good part of it is that if you already have this little background, or um, you have this little background in computer science, and you get in, you can manage to scale through. Once you start get to 200 level, as things start getting a bit more tedious, you might not it might not really freak you out too much, because you already understand what is going on. And one good thing about being a computer science department is that you might end up even doing much more difficult tasks outside the academic world, in terms of doing projects or working for a company or taking up freelancing work here and there, or solving. You may end up doing much more difficult tasks than you would do in your studies. So by the time you get to 200 level, 300 level, and you're already seeing the world out there, most of the stuff that is being done in class will be nothing to you. Literally, it will be nothing to you, because what are they doing there? Most of the classes they give to you might not, the courses or what the tasks in terms of program they give to you will not be as strong as possible. One of the thing that probably give you the most difficult time is sitting down and reading voluminous content that will pass your course. Although I do not want to speak for the people outside the country, because I don't know the system here. I'm only speaking from my experience in UI, University of Ibadan, here in Nigeria. So other places might be different, but I don't think the differences might be too crazy. As long as you are into it, you are gaining experience outside of the academic world. You are doing much crazier project, building project. You find out that most of the stuff you need to pass the academic world in terms of programming and coding might be half or even less than that of what you actually do as your job, or as a freelancing work or something like that. So in a sense, this is most like an illusion for you try to look into the industry while you're in school, while you're studying. Yes, while you're studying, try to look into industry and see if you can, take up one or two projects here and there and build up your skills. The harder these problems you solve out there, the easier it will be for you academically to pass. By the time you get to 400 level, 500 level, there's nothing you can say that in terms of programming will be too hard for you. Maybe the only place that will be hard for you is maybe running, doing this normal project and doing normal academic stuff, reading the textbooks and slides and stuff. That might come from it. But I cannot speak for those abroad. I don't know their system. I don't know what they do, how they do it, if they are aware of the structure of the academics there is different from ours, if it's more tedious. But I genuinely feel that once you gain enough experience from doing stuff outside and practicing a lot, most of these things start to become straightforward. Unless you don't have the passion or the desire to do things that leads to programming. Okay, that's a different ball game because this is now down to interest, no longer ability again, down to interest. And computer science is very rewarding. It's very rewarding. It's very rewarding. I think if you're out there, you are thinking of a subject or a course to do, you can consider it. At least one of the beautiful thing about it is that the barrier of entry is very low. You can be in school and you can already get a job that will pay you properly. You can come up with an idea that, if it's a good idea that solves a problem, you, you go through the proper system, you can end up getting investors that will pay into your work and give you what you need. There are so many things you can do. Alright, so before I end this, if you are interested in learning about augmented reality, this is a future technology or emerging technology that's coming up in the field of computer science that deals with the creation of virtual simulations or adding virtual content into your real world. If you have seen the Apple Vision Pros and the Meta Quest headsets, if you want to build for technologies like that or AI glasses and the rest of them, and you're interested in getting an insight into this technology that's coming that everybody's hyping and all the big companies are pouring billions into, you can join my email community. Just go to the link on the bio. You'll be taken to a particular page where you enter your email address, and once you enter the email address, a free ebook will be delivered to you. The ebook is a 30 days guide to augmented reality mastery. So it will teach you everything you need to know about augmented reality so that you can get prepared or preempted about it. And if you are one who is still interested, you can go forth to learn more. I'm putting together series of courses to help beginners to start building little AI, augmented reality applications here and there. And also I've written some books too that can also help you in accomplishing that. But in general, just enter your email and I will send you regular information about augmented reality. That's my own specialization as a computer science student, and there are different fields out there you too self can partake in. Alright, bye.